Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you guys see the price on the expandable storage for Xbox Series X? What? Let's talk about it. So, according to Kotaku and The Verge, you to get expandable storage, which is extra storage on your Series X and Series S, it costs $219.99. That's crazy. That means for you to get the Series X and this, that is $720 before tax. With tax, probably $750, maybe $770 US dollars, by the way. I see what they're doing here. For you to keep staying on that fast loading times, you gotta buy this. Because if you get an external SSD, which by the way, doesn't work with all next-gen games, you won't be having those fast loading times on certain games. You have to pick and choose. Depending on the game, for example, Modern Warfare, which is like 100 gigabytes, maybe more, you would really have to pick and choose what you want to play. Download, re-download, uninstall. That means on your gaming console, you can probably have up to 10, maybe 15 games. AAA games at that. On the Xbox One, I had about, let's say, with my external drive, about 75 games installed. But that number got smaller and smaller and smaller because games got bigger and bigger and bigger. According to Kotaku, a lot of AAA games are going to range in between 50 and 100 gigabytes. That means if every game is 100 gigabytes, it's only 10 games on your console. And you're buying the digital version. 10 games can be enough for people. But in the lifetime of a next-gen console, which is mostly 8 years, you have to have more space. Period. A little bit of space don't cut it anymore. So that means you have to spend the money to get expandable storage or get a backup drive and just say, okay, I'm not going to rely on my internet to install these games. You're transferring the game from an external drive to the SSD on the console to have your faster loading times. I mean, I used to game on the PlayStation 1 and loading on that was crazy. It was fast to us back then, I guess, but when you're coming from the cartridges on Super Nintendo and things just come up instantly, there's no loading times. Yeah, loading times have come a long way, but you're promising us fast load times. And the only way to keep those fast load times is buying this. $219 worth of this. I can understand this technology isn't cheap. It's not. But I hope there's probably a third party coming out that's going to be a little bit cheaper. I believe they also added today that they're not going to have every backwards compatible game work with SSDs, or maybe I'm wrong with that. Maybe they said that we're not going to have a lot of next gen games are not going to work with an external drive. That means they're basically storage devices. That's it. You want a game, if you want to store a lot of games on the next gen Xbox, gotta buy the expandable storage. Now they're saying there is some speculation that next gen games might be smaller than average. Like for example, Demon's Souls Remastered will require 66 gigabytes of space on the PS5, while another remastered game will need around 50. But if we look at the history of games, they're getting bigger. They're going to need more space. And this is why you have 4 terabyte external hard drives. This is why you are getting SSDs in the 4 tera range now. They're hell of expensive, but this is why they need them. Games or files are getting bigger. Video files are getting bigger. Meanwhile, your next gen console gives you a little taste of that. I'm not saying that you should boycott, but you have to fall in line if you want to be an Xbox player. And I only see it being a little bit worse for PS5, because they're not even giving you a terabyte with the digital console, with the regular console at base. So, not to be the bearer of bad news or anything, but the days of using your external hard drive to store games is probably over. So you shell out some money for the expandable storage to make your gaming a little bit easier. That's my opinion. Also, this is why I'm sticking to PC for now. Get a little more bang for my buck. Actually get to know what's going in it too. I'm still probably going to get them, just to have them. My kids love the Xboxes. Definitely cheaper than buying my kids a whole gaming PC. Probably have a couple around the house, but I just can't see it. I can't. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you feel down in the comments. Let's make this a discussion, because you think they're going too far, or do you think it's justified? I mean, it's justified because of the technology, but do you think $720 a game comfortably is justified? I don't know. I don't know any answers. Let me know what you feel, and then we'll talk later. All right. Peace out.